Producer Chase, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County, about 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of Murfreesboro, in the lovely, rolling, and a little wee bit chilly Green Hills of southern middle Tennessee. That's okay. It's that Christmas season, so we appreciate that kind of weather coming in here. It's that time of the month we have Dr. Tammy Garrett, the Bedford County School Superintendent, to come in and talk about the various issues going on in Bedford County schools. She has a special guest with her today. I'm going to let her introduce him.
Today, I have with me Barton Williams, and he is a school board member, and we appreciate him taking the time out today to be with us.
Well, he's familiar with the radio station, I can tell you that. He's been out here a few times, and I'm looking at the wall up there. The clock says it's 5:15 in Studio B here. Yeah, right, Chase. Okay, anyway, We'll go ahead and get started on looking at different things. I know, Dr. Garrett, that schools have gotten their, no kidding, report cards. They call them that, right?
They do.
Is that a program started in the last couple of years by the state?
Last year was the first year they rolled it out and implemented it.
Okay.
If you remember, I think they implemented it around when COVID came. They had a special called meeting. They put that in there, but last year was first year
of really doing it.
Yes.
What's just kind of in general terms, what's the criteria for doing that report card?
Well, you have several things: achievement, growth. They look at how the bottom 25% of your students are performing, the growth that they have.
Okay.
So they put all that together and have a score, and so then it correlates to A, B, C, D, or F.
Just make it to what people understand, right?
Yes, it just rolls out a little later, as the state rolls out data. So the things
this is for last year.
For last year.
School year, I mean.
Yes, today was the day that it rolled out.
Okay.
So our results are, we have A schools, and that will be Cascade Elementary, Cascade Middle, Cascade High, and Thomas Magnet School.
Congratulations to them.
And Barton's going to help me remember these. And then we have B schools. That would be Community Elementary and Community High School. The ones who had C's were Shelbyville Central, Community Middle, Aiken, Eastside. How many is that? I got to remember them.
Well, you're rolling. I couldn't remember half of what you already remembered.
And then D schools were Liberty, Learning Way, and Southside.
Okay. And the B, I guess what do you what were the? You're asking Barton.
I am good with numbers.
Which grades? Which of that grade level did you? What kind of grades did you get in school, Barton, as she was going through there?
Ooh.
Anyway, moving right along. The schools that got the. And obviously, that's the majority of schools did fine and did well. What do you think the other schools? What's something they have to work on, basically?
A couple of things. Southside, if you remember, we had some years of struggle, and we've been on a rebuild, and they've made some great progress. If you look at
we've had that principal in here talking about what she's doing.
Yes, if you look at achievement, and they went from a 1.0 to 2.0 on a 5-point scale, so they had some good progress.
They did, actually. Congratulations to them and the hard work they're doing.
And so there are a lot of elements. You just got to figure out what is the plan to put together to turn around the school. So we want all of our schools to have C or better. Mm-hmm. If we remember, C is average. So if you're a B, you're a little better. If you're A, you're really better.
You're really good.
Sometimes
you've got schools with A's and B's.
Yes, we do.
Congratulations to all of them.
And it's really important that you do have a C or above, because the law also requires, if you are a D or F school, you could have to go in front of the state board committee. And this year it'll be F schools, which we had no F schools, so we don't have to do that. But starting, and not next year but next, if you have a D school, you will have to go as well. Okay. The superintendent has to appear before the state board and answer why you got D's and F's. So it is our goal to get those up. So you want to always look. The number one factor in how students perform is the teacher, always. So we want to build capacity in the teacher. Then about 25% comes from the principal. So we want to make sure that we have high-quality principals in all of our schools. And then the leadership of the district. Are they performing and giving the schools what they need to be able to be successful?
That would be in here in this room right now. That would include you too, Barton, as a school board member. So right. You guys are the ones voting on what to do, right?
But Barton works really hard.
I know he does. And we appreciate that, because I tell you, it's so hard to get folks to good people and stuff to run. A lot of times run for office to do things because there's just something going on all the time, right? I mean, you know,
a lot.
You got to have a really thick skin to be a school superintendent or an elected official with the school board or the county commission, and either one. So those schools, I guess that got that they'll be obviously. What's good about this program is they'll know what they need to focus on to improve.
Yeah, and we'll give them the support to be able to do
exactly. Being able to give them the resources. Okay, all right.
Could I say one thing along this line?
Well, you ain't gonna say just one thing. Go ahead.
It's one topic.
No, what do you got?
It's one topic. One thing that I really saw I saw the first year, but the second year I went to the state board convention and everything. People will hunt us out from Bedford County. They're watching Bedford County and the growth that we've made, the things that we're doing.
Okay.
And to me, that credit goes to Dr. Garrett and her staff and Mr. Harwell. It makes you feel really good. I mean, they'll every break. Hey, are you from Bedford County? What are y'all doing on this? How did y'all get this done?
Outstanding. I mean, because one of the things you always want to be and is be benchmarked by others, right?
For a good thing.
Even when you're doing, especially on improvement things.
Yes.
So I appreciate you mentioning that, Barton. That's what's going on. That's what we want.
Yes. One of the things that we looked at that I shared with the board this week, on the South Central region, we have 16 districts in our region. We're in the region with like Murray County, Lincoln County, Coffee County, Franklin County. There are 16. And I look back at historical data this week. In 2017, 2018, in growth, we ranked 16 out of 16 districts. This past year, 2023, 24, guess. I want you to guess. Let's go.
On growth, we were 16th out of 16. 7th?
First. That was all the tests.
Because to me, 7th would have been a huge leap.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
All the tests, all the grades, we had the highest average growth in all 16 districts.
Outstanding. I mean, because that means obviously what? You're moving in the right direction.
Definitely.
We have a lot of hardworking students and a lot of hardworking teachers.
And in support of the school board, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, to get it done and hopefully the county commission. So to get all that done. So, well, congratulations on that. I'm glad you mentioned that as well.
We do.
Because that's important to know kind of we got a path on where we're going.
Yeah, we do. We've had great support from commissioners, from community, from school board, and the school board's made up of a lot of smart folks with unique talents that help us get where we need to be.
Well, I mean, it's kind of almost to say it over and over again, but we're building a foundation for the future with these kids and educating them. And if we don't do it right, we'll have a crumbling foundation. So obviously, you guys are doing it right. So we appreciate that.
And just another shout out to our teachers. Our last school board meeting, we recognized level 4 and 5. That's above average, significantly above average teachers. And those who had tested, 75% of those hit 3, 4, or 5. So our goal, we want to reach 90 eventually, but 75 is a huge improvement, and that's what makes the difference.
Well, congratulations to those teachers. I mean, those are obviously the teachers. It's not just a job; it's a way of life for
Absolutely.
them. They got that passion, and we appreciate that. And I've seen that in my own family, being able to do that. Now, one of the things that I always call you, Dr. Garrett, is is there anything else on that you want to talk about before we move on to your construction manager role? People don't know, but Dr. Garrett's she's been in the construction business for a while now. As this county continues to grow, and I think I've heard the mayor say the estimates are 1,000 people per year, and if just 25% of that's kids, that's 250 kids a year. That's a half of elementary school every year. So what's going on with the different construction projects that you all have, like, for instance, the Liberty?
Yes, we have a lot of great things going on. Playing some catch-up, too, and then working for growth. So at Liberty, we should be finished. The end of January is what they tell me.
That's pretty soon.
I'm a little worried about that deadline. So, but hopefully we'll get there.
Probably depends a lot on, does it dry it in? Maybe it doesn't depend on weather. I don't know.
I think they got the beams up this week.
Okay, so it may depend on weather then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once we get that, we should move right along. Thomas, we got delayed on the windows, so I think we're looking at March.
Supply chain issue.
Yes. And so we're looking at getting those folks moved in spring break. I think is what the teachers are going to do. And then we've got a lot of smaller projects going on too.
You do, a lot.
Yes. You want to talk about some of those?
Ooh,
I should have brought the list.
Yeah. Well, we've got our light. Are we going to start with the lighting?
Yeah, we'll start with the
lighting for the sports throughout Bedford County. We're going all to the LED lighting, which you talked about, like the celebration had done. It made a whole lot of difference.
I tell you, it costs money up front, but the bottom line is it pays dividends down the road. And big time dividends.
And after you go to places like Page and Tullahoma and all these that have already done this, it just makes the game that much more fun. And like Cascade, the one that the soccer field hasn't had any, and they've made it to playoffs, and they've had to go somewhere to play. You know, we don't want that. We want the kids to be able to play on their home field for a playoff and stuff. Yeah. So that'll be a really added bonus to everybody. The vestibules.
Yeah, vestibules.
We're talking about, I call them Sally Ports. Where visitors come to the school, they have to stop at the first entrance and then get buzzed into the second entrance.
And as
a law enforcement guy, that's a critical thing.
Well, and you and I know, being in the military, when we had that going into the command post, you could come in to the first one, and if there was somebody lower ranking than you could bring one person in. You get to the second one, then you had to verify and you can go in. You can't just leave it open. It's going to be a process that everybody's going to have to learn for security sake there.
And some of our schools already have that because they've been constructed newly. But what a great school safety initiative that was. We appreciate you guys doing that.
So the community will see that starting soon.
Okay.
The athletic lights is on the agenda tonight, so hopefully we can get the votes for that tonight and be able to move forward with that. Just a thing to add on that, we were able to do that with money that we saved on Cartwright. If you remember, we were able to do some value engineering.
I remember that.
And save a little over $2 million on that. So that's how we're able to do that, through that savings. So our athletic lights currently have been there since the 70s. So we're struggling to find bulbs. They don't sell those anymore, so there are like 35 left in the United States.
Does that make us out of date?
Definitely.
I played ball in the 70s. They were probably brand new when I was there. Thank you, Dr. Garrett, for bringing that up. Yeah. Folks, we're talking to Dr. Tammy Garrett and school board member Barton Williams. We're going to take a 60-second break and be right back.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com.
Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. It's that time of the month we're talking to Dr. Tammy Garrett, the Bedford County School Superintendent. She has a special guest today, Barton Williams of the school board, about the various things going on in our school system here. So we were talking about your role as a construction manager, because we have to expand the school system. We're getting so many people here in this county. You talked about Liberty, which I know is going to help with the portable classroom situation when it's complete. And I guess the Thomas School Edition, is that helping expand that,
through
magnet program out there?
Yes, that magnet program is doing a great job. I don't know if you saw their post this week. They ranked number 1 in achievement in the South Central in almost every subject and grade level
in the
that
16 school districts.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to Miss Watson and that crew out there. Outstanding.
And those students, I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, they are. You know, it's great to go visit over there and all the excitement and things going on, and talking to the teachers. They get all fired up about things going on. So congratulations to them. Let's see, what else you got going? I know you got a lot of, we talk about lighting.
Yeah.
Any other construction projects? Yeah. Cartwright is done.
We got a lot of outdoor bathroom facilities. I know that's important to the community.
It is, actually.
As we play, youth sports.
Yeah, it's not real glamorous, but it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, so we've got one breaking ground today. Equipment's moving out there. Got our permit ready to roll at concessions at Cascade High School with new restrooms and a new concession stand there. So we're looking forward to that. And then we've got a restroom concession going in at the soccer field and softball field there at Cascade. And then community baseball. Community baseball will have a new concession and restroom out there. We're excited about that.
And of course, I know that we've said this many times. Dr. Garrett's very big on sports. She played sports in school, and I just played at it. But and why is that important in education? It's not just the sports itself, but it helps kind of breed or encourage school identity and teach students about teamwork and playing on a team, right?
Yeah, and perseverance,
being part of a team,
and hard work.
It gets parents involved for sure.
Yeah, how to accept loss and how good winning feels, all those things.
Shelbyville Golden Eaglettes versus Tullahoma the other night. I believe that was a big win, wasn't it?
That was a huge win.
Because this radio station does go into Coffee County. Just saying, folks.
Huge win. I know I've had to go over there a few times. I'll get ready to throw on my Golden Eagle stuff, and I'll be like, nah, I'm going to this business. Nope, I don't want to do that. What? I'm trying to be nice about it. And
even back in the dark ages when I was playing ball, that Dr. Garrett reminded me of when the lights were new. Tullahoma was always one of our biggest rivals, which was a great rival. It was a fun rival, and I will say that at that time they beat us a lot of times.
We won this week, though, right?
Yep. That's right, we did. Congratulations to the Shelbyville Golden Eaglettes for doing that. But what else is going on in the school system? Any TCAT issues? I know you guys are going to be moving to that facility at some point, I guess, right?
Well, we'll vote on that tonight.
Oh, that's tonight on the agenda.
Yeah,
okay.
On the agenda
I don't want
tonight.
to be too early on that.
Whether we will move our administrative offices.
Oh, okay.
We would love to be able to consolidate, maintenance and eventually buses, bus garage, all of those.
Yeah, maintenance in a really old building.
They are in a really old building, and so we would love to move the administrative offices there. We'll seek that approval tonight to be able to do that. One of the things I met this week with Jimmy Wright at TCAT
That's the Tennessee College of Applied Technology for our listening audience. That's the kind of the adult VOTEC school.
Yeah, so we would love to be able to leave some of those bays and do some programming like welding.
Vehicle bays.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Welding, industrial maintenance, HVAC, and electricity.
Okay.
They will leave a lot of that wiring and things that cost a lot of money.
Because it takes a lot of electricity.
Yes. And so we would love to be able to do the dual enrollment, expand our dual enrollment, because you can make a lot of money in industrial maintenance and a lot of money in welding.
And I know you all in the K-12 or in the high school called CTE, right?
Yes.
Career Technical Education, the old VOTEC, and there are great careers, and there's a lot of jobs in those areas. And I know you guys have put an emphasis on that.
We have, but we don't have enough space currently.
It's all about brick and mortar too, right?
Yes, and we want to get them where they can go ahead and knock out that first class from the vocational, from TCAT. So when they graduate high school, they really only have one more semester.
Okay, so that's what we refer to in dual enrollment.
Yes.
Start in high school and get it done and start working. Start making some good money.
Yes.
Definitely.
And
debt-free.
and allow kids to work with their hands. A lot of kids, they don't like to sit and desk and learn, so we want to expand our opportunities for all kids to be successful. And a lot of kids like Mr. Williams, they like to do stuff with their hands. So
Roger that.
This would give us the ability, I think, industrial maintenance, I would add about 40 slots for kids. Welding, I think it would add 17, and then in electricity, 20 slots, and HVAC, 20 slots. So hopefully we can do that, and Mr. Wright from TCAT and I will do some collaborating to write some grants to get us some equipment to be able to do that.
That's all part of what we call an economic development, workforce development, and it's so critical because I know TCAT, and of course you all as well, work really well with local industry and trying to match those skill sets so that our local people will actually, our kids will stay here after they graduate and can have good careers and raise families here.
Yes.
And when we look at the TCAT move, if we vote on it tonight and it comes across, you look at where the Board of Education is right now in the old Madison Street School.
500 Madison Street.
500 Madison Street.
Been there forever.
53, 55, somewhere around there. That was the Bryant building that was built in 53, 55, but that building was probably...
Well, where y'all are at now was a city school at one time.
Yeah, and I was there in 1960 something, and where we had 67. I think that's right, 67. And we're in.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, where we're at having our board meeting is my first grade classroom. It is so
I'm not
small.
laughing, Barton.
I know, but it is so small, and they've utilized all this space for as long as they can, and we've grown so much as a county and a district and everything. These new rooms will open up to us where we don't, it's like cattle gates running the students in for stuff, and the parents want to come and see. We'll have hopefully a nice big room where more people can come.
Well, and just to kind of reiterate to our listening audience out there that may not be aware of the school system, the Tennessee College of Applied Technology is on Madison Street out near Duck River Electric headquarters, and they are building, the state is building them a new facility out near the airport, and when they vacate that, the school system here will be taking over that TCAT, which is a one-story building.
Yes.
Like you guys don't have an elevator right now, so right, and
that
where you're at now, so there's limited access to the second floor.
Yes.
You'll have total access at the new building for folks.
We will.
Yeah.
Those with disabilities cannot visit the offices on the second floor or have meetings. I have to usually...
Because you got a nice meeting room upstairs, but not everybody can get there.
That is correct. I usually have to send out a message and say, hey, do you have any disabilities? If so...
You won't have to do that in the new facility.
Yes,
well, it's not a new facility, but the new facility to y'all.
Yes.
Right.
Hopefully we can... That's still, we'll discuss it tonight.
Certainly. I know you guys haven't voted on it yet. So.
Yeah, so we'll seek approval to do that, but it's not right away. The other building is not ready yet.
Yeah, I toured that about a month ago, and it's looking great, but they got a ways to go.
Yes, I think next fall, 2026 or something like that.
Fall of 2026.
No, fall of 2025.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm ahead of myself.
All right.
I just ran through 2025.
Roger that. But, I'm looking forward to that. You guys certainly need that space out there, and I know you hopefully be able to do other things as well. I know at one point you discussed potentially, I know the state of Tennessee allows a newcomers academy. You've discussed that on the air before and what that is. Why don't you explain what that is, Dr. Garrett?
That is a school where if you do not speak English and just come into the country, you could come and get adjusted to our language, get adjusted to our culture for up to a year and a half before going into
3 semesters, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that's allowed by the state of Tennessee. And I would think that would help accelerate the English learning process, as well as getting acclimated here. And certainly you have a need for that in this school system.
We do, especially at Harris Middle School and Shelbyville Central. Yes. Our ELL population is high at both places. We are exploring, where do you do that? What's the best place? I've explored a couple of options. One might be to have it at Central, like a school within a school, and we will see which option is better for us. So I have a committee together studying that, looking at research. and looking at some other programs. So hopefully we'll be able to move forward with that as soon as we have space.
What a great opportunity there. So we appreciate y'all planning and looking at that. What else do you guys want to talk about? We got a few minutes left.
What do you think, Barton?
Oh, my gosh.
I've never seen Barton at a loss for words, Dr. Garrett.
Well, it's smart if I stop and think.
We don't have a delay button here.
Yeah. Rusty used to keep his finger over on her. We had cough buttons.
Let me ask you this, because I do ask you this every time I had today. Do you have any vacancies where you need personnel? Let me guess, special education. No?
School bus drivers.
I think we only have one special education position.
Congratulations. That's a huge deal.
At Community Middle, I think that's the only one that we have open. That, hey, bus drivers, we need bus drivers.
Badly.
Now, folks, I want to remind you out there, if you want to be a bus driver, it's about, I think it's roughly 4 hours a day you work, right?
Yes.
You get health insurance through the school system. Thank you for doing that, for getting folks in there. And the hourly pay, I don't know what it's at right now, but it's a lot better than it used to be.
I think it's around $30, if I remember correctly.
So for you, especially for your folks you guys and women that are retiring out there around 60, 62, I've got some friends that do it. They actually really enjoy it, and they make a nice little gravy money doing it, and they enjoy getting to know the kids, and they know the kids as much as classroom teachers sometimes, and know what homes they go to.
Yes, I'm going to tell you, I had, makes me think about it, I had 2 bus drivers this week. I won't mention their names because they don't want it. They don't want recognized, which I think speaks to their heart.
Sure.
But I look out and I see a bus in the parking lot, and they come in with $500 check because they saw a need. The kids need a coat.
Really?
And that just spoke volumes to me. And it happens all through the system. That's one of the best things about working in education is the people you're surrounded by every day. Just great people with big hearts. And that just meant the world to me this week.
Outstanding. Well, folks, if you're looking for an opportunity like that to work about 4 hours a day, make some really good hourly pay and get health insurance all at once, and that way Kenny Parker won't have to drive a bus.
Bless him.
And we don't want those Alabama people driving a bus, right? Ouch, yeah. Okay, yeah. He's been wearing his Alabama gear lately?
No, mainly Green Bay.
Anyhow, I guess just contact the HR office, Mr. Watson there, and his staff at 500 Madison Street. The phone number's in the book, and do that opportunity. Congratulations on getting the special ed, because that's very, very difficult to fill in any school system.
Yes, it is.
Because there's a big need for that, and there's no waivers on certification on that, right?
That is correct.
You have to have the traditional certification to do that. So fantastic. Let's see here. We got about 30 seconds. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I just hope that everyone has a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
We are going on break. Tomorrow's our last day before break. We have a 2-hour day tomorrow.
2-hour day tomorrow on Friday. Teachers will be more excited than kids. Okay. I mean, that's what because they work so hard, and it's a good break for them.
Yes.
And then what day do y'all come back?
The students come back January 7th. Teachers come back January 6th.
Okay.
Tonight we will also vote on the calendar for next year. So if any of the parents are interested
y'all have a very complicated calendar, right? I mean, you really got to set it up and what day everything is. So, okay, we'll get that done tonight, Barton.
And it's very regulated by law, which people...
Oh, is it? I did not know that.
Yes.
I know you have to have a certain number of classroom days, right?
Yes, and you can't start before August 1st, and you have to have so many days of instruction, so many in service, so many, all this and that.
I'm sure, in the state legislature always takes up education issues every year. So maybe in January when you come back, we'll kind of maybe know by then what they're looking at as far as education goes, and because every year there's new laws that go into effect in July that impact y'all and what you do, right?
A lot of times, and Barton can tell you, we go to lots of law institutes, a lot of education bills come through.
I mean, they do, they really do, and you have to have lawyers looking at it all the time to make sure.
We got a good crew of lawyers for the
make sure you're in compliance, right? Yeah, but it is. I do believe the session starts like the end of January or something, and runs through April or May. So we appreciate
go down some this year and listen.
Oh, well, there you go. I think that's a great opportunity. And Pat Marsh does a great job, our representative. I know he communicates with you guys all the time. So I know if you have any concerns or issues or you want to support something, you just get a hold of Pat and he'll do it.
He will.
He was just reelected as the number 2 guy in the House, the Speaker Pro Tem. Congratulations, Representative Marsh, for being the number 2 guy in the House of Representatives here in Tennessee. What a great representative of our end. And we can't leave out Senator Shane Reeves from Rutherford County, who represents us in the important things that he does. We've been talking to Dr. Tammy Garrett, the Bedford County School Superintendent, Barton Williams, one of her school board members here. We appreciate, I know the public does everything you guys do to educate our kids and make Bedford County a better place to live and work. Thank you for that. Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Until next time.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company. 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
98.7 AM 1580, the leader in pure classic country.
Hi, this is Mark Chestnut. Bubba shot the jukebox last night.
WLIJ.